Your authenticity is the key to your freedom, is the key to your success, is the key to you feeling amazing. Why? Because there ain't no resistance from anything. It's you knowing that you're in complete alignment with your destiny. The challenge for you in this life is to discover who it is that you truly, truly are, like your true authenticity. I hope that you're having a freaking awesome day. I know that after you listen to this episode, you're going to have an even better day, and you're going to be so much more aware of anything in your life that is draining you, lowering your vibration, or stopping you from living your freaking dreams, because you ain't here to live your fears. You're here to live your freaking dreams. And I'm so excited to be spending some more time with you to help you to really get into that authenticity. And I think that's something we're definitely going to have to focus on in this episode, is your authenticity, because your authenticity is the key to your freedom, is the key to your success, is the key to you feeling amazing. Why? Because there ain't no resistance from anything, right? It's you knowing that you're in complete alignment with your destiny. Now, anything outside of you, family, friends, the people that you see or who you're influenced by, everything has an impact on you. And it's really a fight. It's a challenge. Think about it. The challenge for you in this life is to discover who it is that you truly, truly are, your true authenticity. Not what other people are doing, not what your parents want you to become, not what your family expects you to be, right? Not what your culture was 30 years ago, not what everybody else is doing. It's your job is to discover your authenticity, or not even maybe discover it, but create it. Because the truth is, a lot of the times we say, I'm on this journey of self-discovery. But if we were on a journey of self-discovery, that would already mean that that we already are something, when we're born, which of course we are. Okay, but it's up to us. And I know that you can say, well, some people are born with it. Some people are born with these gifts of being an amazing singer or an artist or an actor, or some people just have it in their DNA, right? And I'd probably tend to somewhat agree that that is a fact. But then there's the rest of us, right, that have to go through a bit of a journey of an awakening, a bit of a journey of transformation, a bit of a journey of self-awareness, or something, unfortunately, but maybe fortunately at the same time, has to happen in our life for us to wake up, right? For us to appreciate life a little bit more, for us to go, you know what, I'm done with that, right? This has had to happen in my life, and many times it's something adverse, it's something traumatic, which kind of sucks, because it's why the do you have to wait for someone to die? Why do you have to wait to be in a horrific car accident? Why do you have to wait to go through something so traumatic, so hurtful, so manipulative, let's say a really manipulative, toxic relationship or abusive relationship, for you to feel that pain, for you to go through something so shit and then go, shit, man, I better change my life. This is not what I wanted to do. This is not what I want to experience. Maybe I didn't appreciate life as much as I should have. I didn't know that it could be taken away from us so easily and quickly. And, it's having this kind of mindset of realizing that, life is such a gift. And yeah, death definitely helps us to become aware that, shit, man, we're not here forever. And it's while you're here right now where you have the opportunity to decide. It is in your decisions every single day. As I go back, right, I kind of digress there, but going back to self-discovery, the creation of your life. What are you creating by the actions and the things that you are doing and focusing on every single day is basically what happens in your life. What you focus on expands. So is it self-discovery or is it self-creation? Because the truth is, you can be whatever the hell you want to be. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do that, or you can't be that, or you can't become that, or that it's not possible. That vision and that dream is just too big. And because whoever you're surrounded by hasn't seen that happen in anyone else close to them or in them at all, they're going to limit you and tell you what's possible. And that's why I always say, don't take advice from people who haven't been where you're going. when you have a limitless mindset, when you have an abundance mindset, when you have a possible mindset, when you have an optimistic mindset, when you have an open mind to the possibility that there's nothing that you cannot achieve in your life, as long as you believe in it and you forge forth every single day, right? You find your routine, you find your balance, you surround yourself with the right energy, man, you're going to get there. It's a matter of time, but most importantly, don't bullshit yourself by procrastinating and by complaining and by sitting there when shit doesn't go your way, because sometimes it's not supposed to. You got a lot of lessons to learn. You got a lot of shit that you got to go through, a lot of failures before you reach the peak, before you get to the top. You think it's just going to be easy and you're going to it's all going to like land on your lap. Like, here you go. You've been through so much adversity in your life. So because of your adversity, I'm going to come and I'm going to pour all this love and treasure and success on your table and go, here, you deserve it. You don't deserve shit unless you work for it. That's the truth. And it may be hard for you to hear, hard for you to feel right now, because maybe you're not where you want to be, and maybe life is shit right now for you. And maybe it's crap and maybe it's hard, right? But this is the biggest test of your life. This is really going to show how much do you want it? How much am I willing to persevere? How much am I willing to show up? How much am I willing to feel this pain and then use the stress, use the anger to your advantage? That's what it's about. Everything is mindset, right? Change the way you think about your situations that are happening right now, even when it's so shit. And that's one of my greatest callings, is to power the shit out of you, for you to realize that it's not the end of the road. What you're feeling right now is hard. Yes, it is. I'm with you all the way in spirit. I'm sitting right next to you right now. I'm putting my hand around your shoulder so you can get through this, because I believe in you, because I know that you're more than capable. I know that you're powerful. I know that you have greatness within you. And I know that you're not going to give up, because giving up is easy. And it's easy to listen to your negative mind. It's easy to listen to the self-doubt. It's easy to listen to that conversation in your head that's rationalizing with the circumstances that you're going through right now, because everything's going against you. It's okay to be where you are. This too shall pass. Everything that you're going through is helping you grow. Everything that you're going through is part of the process. Even if I had all the answers for you, it still wouldn't make sense. You're sitting there going, why is this happening? How is this going to help me in the future? This is not where I want to be, but how am I going to get there? And even if I came with a letter to your house and I knocked on your door right now and I said, hey, I know you're going through some shit right now. I know it's really fucked up right now. I know like you didn't deserve this shit, and I know you don't feel good right now, but here's a letter that's going to tell you why it's happening. Here's a letter that's going to help you make sense of all this shit. Because in this moment of feeling like crap, even a letter that says, hey, in 5 years' time, you're going to be really successful because of your pain, because of this negative experience. If I go back to 2012, when things went sour for me in a relationship, and I received a letter from someone saying, hey, Luke, man, this rejection that you're going through right now is going to be the biggest blessing of your life. And I know you're drinking your freaking pain away. And I know that you're stressed and unhappy. And I know that you're broken in debt. And I know that you gave your all. You gave it all. And you got rejected. But trust me, man, in 2018, when your grandmother passes away, you're going to wake up. And it's all going to make sense to you. And you're going to go, wow, I needed that pain. I needed that rejection. I needed that adversity. I needed to feel uncomfortable. It wouldn't make sense. I'd read the letter and go, yeah, whatever, man, piss off. So stop asking the question, why is this happening to me? It's happening on purpose. But you don't need to know why right now. You need to have faith in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. You need to trust that everything is orchestrated and it's going to work out for you better than you expected, as long as you don't give up. Now, the next part of your situation right now, and remember, I'm sitting with you, we're chilling. Whether you're feeling like crap and you're lying on your bed, I'm lying next to you. You're on the treadmill and you're running, I'm running next to you, man. You're training at the gym, you're doing chest or biceps or whatever, I'm training next to you. You're sitting having coffee by yourself, I'm sitting with you, because what you do from today onwards matters. Not just what you do in terms of your actions, but how you think. Because if you don't change your way of thinking, and you don't think it's possible that you can grow, you don't think it's possible that you can achieve more success and more healing and more inner peace, then it won't happen for you. You have to be open your mind that what if? Instead of being like everybody else, say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to start thinking like I've never thought before. Because the truth is, if you start to think like you've never thought, you'll start to create a reality that you've never lived, because everything comes from the way you think, because you become what you think about. So what if you started to say, well, you know what, from today onwards, I'm going to change the way that I think. Because if I keep thinking like I've always thought, I'm going to keep getting what I've always gotten. I'm going to keep getting the same results. I'm going to keep manifesting the same life because I keep thinking the same. And that's why reprogramming your mind and being very conscious of your thoughts and how can I think differently, which will make me act differently, which will help me believe differently about myself, which will then help me manifest whatever it is that I want in my life that I desire. Because you're the creator. You're the creator of your destiny. I remember driving a pilot, dropping him off because I used to be a chauffeur driver, and for Qantas, I was driving around Qantas airline pilots, taking them home, picking them up from the airport. And I remember one of the pilots was getting out of the car when I was dropping him off at departures. And he said to me, "You are the captain of your destiny." And it's funny that I was driving around captains, because it's the truth. You are the captain of your destiny. You are the one that is in control. Up until now, maybe you haven't been in control because your mind has been manipulated and conditioned and programmed because of the fact that you've just been unconscious for so many years that you didn't know that you could think for yourself and change the way that you thought. You didn't know you could change your environment. You didn't know that you were more capable than you thought. You didn't know that you could be successful. You didn't know that you could do things differently. You didn't know that you could surround yourself with different people. You didn't know that you were powerful until I came along to remind you to wake up, to remind you that you are extraordinary, that you're brilliant. You're the shit, man. You're like next level successful. You're not next level the shit. You're next level amazing. Because the truth is, you don't connect with anything other than what is amazing. Like, I'm amazing. I'm powerful. I'm extraordinary. I'm brilliant. I'm next level shit. And that means that you are exactly the same, because you don't. I know who you are. You do not surround yourself with shit. Because you're learning, if I keep surrounding myself with shit, I become it. So you're paying attention, being very aware. Damn, I want some of that Luke Mind Power energy. I want some of that vibe. Yeah. You start surrounding yourself with this shit, you're going to live your dreams and you ain't going to ever look back. You're going to start paying attention, going, damn, I can't believe I used to think like that. I can't believe I used to let my mind control me like that. I can't believe I used to let my family and my friends and my sisters and my brothers and people freaking manipulate me and make me feel guilty for doing what's right for me. I can't believe I couldn't be myself for so many years. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm talking about. Holding on to shit when you know deep down that you don't want to be there, but because you've created this life for so many years, you've invested all this time and energy into this, you think that this is the be all and end all. But nah, I can't do what I want to do because these people are going to talk about me and these people are going to judge us and these people are going to say shit about me. So I'm scared. So I'm going to just stay put. And it's like, yeah, go and waste your life, because in 20 years' time, you're going to look back and go, I wasted so much time. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I could do it. I was scared of what people thought about me. It's like, man, fuck that. You know, you're going to get back. You're going to look at this in like 20 years and you're going to be the one. And you're going to say, you know what? I owned it. I took charge. I did exactly what I was meant to do. I did exactly what was right for me. I was authentic. I took action. I didn't give a shit what anyone thought about me, and I freaking lived it. I was authentic. I was real. You were the one that shined your light so bright that people had to put some shades on because it was that bright. And let me tell you, man, when you start showing up for you and you start being real and you start being yourself, people ain't going to like it. You're going to be too bright, too loud for some people. People are going to look at you. They're going to be judging you, man. They're going to be like, who do you think you are? And what are you going to do? You're going to go, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it because people are uncomfortable. I'm making people uncomfortable, right? People don't like the way I am. It's making other people uncomfortable, right? And then you want to check yourself because you want to go, oh, yeah, shit. Parents don't like it. Parents don't like the way I speak, right? My friends are talking. Everyone's talking about me. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe you should be quiet, right? And some of us went through experiences like that growing up, you know, in abusive households or verbally abusive or whatever it was, right? And you were always told to be quiet. Don't say that. And a lot of us just, that's part of the parenting style, right? The parents are there to protect the child, and rightly so, because you want to keep the kid safe. But listen to how it negatively programs your mind, because all the mother and the father are always doing is saying, no, don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't climb up there. Don't touch that. No, don't. And can you imagine the years of mental programming that we have to go through in order for us to become adults and become aware, okay, my mind is really negative. One of the reasons why it's so negative is because all our life, our parents have said no. And then it transpires into you possibly thinking about your dreams or thinking about doing something that's right for you. But then you hear in your voice, no, don't. Oh, I want to live my dreams. Oh, I want to start a business, or I really want to, you know, for example, you could be in a specific religion, right? And you want to date someone that's in a different religion. And you know that if you do that, then your parents are going to hate on you. Your parents are going to disown you for it. I've heard of stories like that, right? And so in your mind straight away, you have this voice that says, don't. So it's just becoming aware of that conversation and becoming aware of the voice, because your mind can be your greatest weapon, or it can be your enemy. It's no one's fault, okay? The one thing that I've learned over this experience of developing my mind and becoming self-aware and being the one that's really in control of how I think and who I am and what I want to become and where I'm going and expanding and having an open mind is that it's no one's fault. I am not here to blame anyone. You can complain, you can gossip, you can talk shit, you can look down on people, you can have a lot of resentment, you can have a lot of anger towards people. Is that going to help you to manifest your dreams? Is that going to help you live to the fullest potential? Is that going to help you to move forward? I learned that it doesn't. As Dr. Wayne Dyer says, you will never die from a snake bite. You will die from the venom, which is your anger, your resentment, complaining, holding on to negative energy, holding on to trauma, holding on to shame, holding on to pain, holding on to suppressed emotions, holding on to your past. And so basically what you're doing is you're giving and saying yes to carrying that throughout your life. Reason with yourself right now and say, well, right, and this is something that's really important. This is something that I share with everybody who gets on a call with me. It's like, positive and negative cannot coexist. You want to build self-love. You want to fill your cup so you're overflowing. You want to pour into yourself, but you think that you can live your dreams and carry around trauma and pain, suppressed emotions, fear, doubt, insecurities. You think that you can carry around resentment and anger, but you can fill your cup with love and positivity, and you think that they can coexist and you're going to live your dreams and have inner peace. No, baby. It doesn't work like that. The only reason that I'm living on this high frequency and high vibration is because I've taken so much action to heal, and I keep healing, and I keep facing things that are uncomfortable. I keep speaking my truth. If I get triggered or if something happens, there's an opportunity for me to communicate so that I can understand and process my thoughts, because this is one of the parts of the journey that's really uncomfortable. In order for you to grow and grow confidence in who you are and have a really respectful relationship with yourself, you've got to have uncomfortable conversations, right? Because if you keep dimming your light and you keep playing small, guess what? You keep being the same. Nothing changes because you keep shrinking yourself. And that was something that I had to go through a couple of days ago when I was at the gym. Somebody said something to me that works at the gym, and they said it to me in a specific way that really didn't trigger me so much, but it was more like just the way that they spoke to me was with so much anger, and it was like there was no respect, and immediately I was just like, damn, that was really bad customer service, right? And like having my own company and knowing how I treat my clients and how I treat everybody with respect and appreciation, and I give, clear communication. As soon as I have a bad experience, I'm out. Like that is the importance of how you treat others. Because if you don't have the service to be able to deliver, you will lose business. And so that's something that I learned over like freaking 15 years of life. And so it's crazy because now I think about it, I'm like, damn, I had to work in a market research company. I had to work at McDonald's. I had to work selling perfumes on eBay, right? I had to work in the government department for 9.5 years. I had to run my own failed business back when I was 21, and it was all customer service. And I'm like, now it makes complete sense. And that's why I say, like, you don't know what you're going through right now, why you're going through it, but it's part of your success. And I look back now and I'm like, customer service, I'm running my own company now. And why is it successful? Because one of my core key ingredients in the success is to treat people with love and respect, is to take care of people, is to give them the service that they deserve, is to provide exceptional customer service, right? So that you leave and you go, hell, that was the best program I did. I never knew that I could get such amazing results, and they gave a shit about me. They cared about me to make sure you get the results. Because what happens? You go out there and you go, and someone says to you, what the happened to you? And you're like, oh, I did a program with Luke Mindpower. Who? And you go, yeah, go on Instagram and have a look. And you don't hesitate to do it because you had such an amazing experience that you bloody go and tell other people, right? Like whatever your business is, if you have a business, think about that shit, man. You want to over-deliver and provide such an extraordinary experience for your customers that they can't help it. They go out there and people ask, where'd you get that from? And you go, oh, I got it from here. Not like, oh, don't tell anyone because we don't want anyone to know what I did. Basically what happened was I was in the hot tub, which in Australia we call it the spa, and I was using my phone. And maybe I didn't read the instructions or whatever, but I was like, okay, cool. I'm always hustling. I'm always on my phone and I'm always working, right? And so I was in the change rooms and I was like, screw it. I've probably got a few, things to do on my phone. I'm just going to take after I finish my gym, I'm going to take my phone. I'm going to go sit in the hot tub, and then I have a sauna. And I'm sitting there. And then I noticed the dude next to me was sitting in the hot tub and he was also using his phone. I don't know if he was using it because of me or whatever. About 10 minutes later, one of the dudes that was working there, he just came up, and the way that he spoke to me, like with such aggressive tone, and like he was like, take it to the locker. Like he was telling me to get out of the hot tub and go to the locker and put the phone in the locker. And I looked at him and I was like, and so this is what I want to talk to you guys about. I'll tell you the story, but I want to share this with you because I know that there's so many of you like me that you're going to go, oh my God, Luke, you're the same as me. Like we have this same issue, and I have had this issue. Like, let's not call it an issue. It's just the way that your mind works, or however you are, right? And listen to this shit. And I'll tell you what happened. But all my freaking life, this has been the same thing that happens every single time. Have you ever been confronted by someone, or somebody has reacted to you, or somebody has like got angry at you or whatever out of nowhere, and as soon as it happens, you just freeze? It's like you're in this like shot clock 10-second delay, and you don't know how to process it, because all my freaking life, that's me. It's like a psychological block that I'm unable to process mentally what is going on. And it's like I stood there and I looked at him and I was like, okay, And it was like, because I don't know, it's almost like I could feel his energy because it was so negative. It wasn't like, hey, man, you're not allowed to use your phone in the hot tub. Would you be able to put it down or put it where your towel is, or, take it back to your locker because that's one of the rules here. You're not allowed to take it. And like there was that wasn't the tone. It was like it was like it was just like it was like a dad talking to a kid and saying, hey, get out of the hot tub and take that phone and put it in your locker. And it was just such a negative tone, but I froze. And the thing is, it reminded me because I was like, I've had this, and I sat there and I'm just like, there's people around and stuff. And I kind of felt like, geez, I just got into trouble. Like I felt like I was at school, and the teacher pointed at you and she's like, hey, what are you doing? So you get my drift, right? And I'm just curious, like, has this ever happened to you? And how are you dealing with it? Or you aren't, it's just how you are, right? And if it's 10 minutes after, if it's 20 minutes after, I'm there overthinking, and then I'm able to slowly start processing what I've just experienced, what I'm going through, what actually happened. And then I'm able to reason as to how do I respond now? Whereas, for example, my brother-in-law, he's amazing at communication, and the level of confidence that he has when he is dealing with, an irate customer or someone who is projecting onto him with a lot of force and confidence and maybe even just negativity, for example. And he is able to, in the moment, to be able to deal with that person and communicates in such a way where he's able to process his thoughts and to be so confident and not lose himself while he's dealing with that person in that connection, that engagement. And I've always looked up to him for that because I've never been able to do that. It's just, I think, and I don't think that I can fix it. I mean, again, you go to, like, if you think, the quote, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. But I honestly believe that it's some sort of neurological, psychological block, or it's the way my brain is wired, that this is just, and I think this is one of my superpowers, because it is frustrating, it is annoying. And then it's up to you what you do with that, because it can also bring you down. You kind of walk away from those experiences and you're like, hell, that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say this. And you didn't say it in the moment because you couldn't think. I know that so many of you are the same. It's like, well, what do? Do you sit there and you think bad about yourself? Do you think that you're not good enough? Do you think that because you can't process your mind and your thoughts in that moment of, you can put yourself down. You can feel like you're not good enough. You can feel like you're dumb or something, right? Going back to the story, okay? So what happened? This is about you becoming really aware, because there's one thing that I teach in my 20-week program, which is an exercise called the carefrontation. Something I learned when I did a Mind Valley program back in 2018, which was Speak and Inspire. And it's this exercise where you have to approach the person that has hurt your feelings, or that has confronted you, or that has said something to you that triggered you. And basically you have to speak your truth. But you do it in such a way that you're not aggressive, you're not confronting. That's why it's called carefrontation. So every time I get triggered, or something happens, or someone confronts me, or whatever, it's a situation like I just explained, there's always an opportunity for you to take action, for you to communicate. Now, I walk away, I did my sauna, I left my phone outside, and I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, what do I do with this? So I walk into the showers, I have a shower, I do my thing, and I'm still thinking about it. Would he just let it go? Would he walk away, get changed, and just freaking go? Or would Luke Mindpower get changed and then go and talk to this dude and let him know how he made me feel? And I was like, you're still thinking about it. I'm like, this is like the biggest sign that you need to talk to him, is because you keep thinking about it. And if you're still thinking about it, then, right, take action. And the one thing that I've also learned is by having these uncomfortable conversations, there's a lot of healing that you go through, because you're not suppressing anything, and you're actually releasing it. You're able to process it. You're speaking your truth. You're liberating yourself from your pain. You're liberating yourself from your overthinking. And so basically I walked out of the change rooms, and he was there at the cafe. And I was like, oh shit, I think that's the dude. So, I just walked straight up and I said, hey man, are you the guy that, told me that, I couldn't have my phone in the spa, in the hot tub? And he's like, yeah. I said, would you be able to like tell me a little bit more about that? Like, what's the rule? So I kind of approached him like that, where I wasn't aggressive. I wasn't trying to have a go at him. I was just wanting to learn a little bit more about the policy and the rule as to why I wasn't allowed to sit in the hot tub with my phone. But I'll get to what I said to him. And then he started to explain to me the rule about why he came up and approached and said, take the phone out and whatever. So he explained it and he said, if you drop it, we don't want to be liable for it if it breaks and, that kind of stuff, right? I said, cool. I said, all right, fair enough. I said, look, man, I said, I just want to let you know that the way that you approached me was pretty rude and it didn't make me feel good. You kind of really caught me off guard and your energy that you were projecting onto me was really negative, right? Even the way that you told me to go back to the locker, like you were talking to me like I was a kid. I didn't say the F word, but I basically helped him to understand, like I said, I'm a 38-year-old grown man, bro. I said, you could have come up to me and you could have just said, hey, man, you're not allowed to have your phone. I said, I've just joined this gym about 4 weeks ago. And so far I'm having a pretty good experience. But having people like you talk to me like that, man, you're going to lose your job. Like whoever the owner of this place is, if they knew that you're treating people like that, you won't last here very long. And I said, man, I got my own company. I said, one of the most important things is customer service, bro. Take care of the people. And so, I said to him a few things like that. And I said, listen, man, I'm not trying to have a go at you, but I'm just letting you know because you didn't make me feel good. And then I said, what's your name? And he said his name and I shook his hand and I said, cool, man, I'll see you around. See ya. And I walked away. So I could tell that at the beginning, even when I walked up to him, he was very like negative, standoffish. And I was just like, damn, like this dude, like what's wrong? And it's true because maybe he's having a bad day. Maybe he's got shit going on at home. Like you don't know what story people have and what they're dealing with. You know what I mean? So you got to, and I walked away and I was like, I felt like this is the truth. This is what happens when you speak your truth, right? It's crazy. I walked away and I felt guilty. And remember, I always say, speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Do exactly what's right for you, even if you feel guilty for doing so. And I walked away because then I started having all these thoughts in my mind, like, what if he goes and hurts himself? What if he feels like you were having a go at him? What if he like, like he didn't know how to take that, he's a young kid. But I was like, nah, man, but like, I can't dim myself and shrink myself and play small and not speak up when I go through these situations. People need to learn. And if you don't communicate, again, how is he supposed to know? Maybe he thinks that's the right way to talk to people. Just like in a relationship, just like in a friendship, if you don't address something that someone has said to you or how they said it to you, how the fuck are they supposed to know? And that's why I say my love language is communication. Because in order for you to have clarity and to understand people, understand each other, you got to be able to communicate. Pinnacle of freedom, inner peace, of success is to communicate. And it's crazy because we go back to 2018 where I figured out that I had a fear of public speaking, and then I faced that and I did a speaking course and I didn't realize the power of communication. Didn't realize the power of speaking up, speaking your truth, sharing your story, being authentic, right? Being yourself. Because in order for you to be authentic, guess what you need to do is communicate. And this is what this journey of personal growth is so uncomfortable, because you have to do stuff you're not used to doing. You have to start shining and speaking up and being authentic and speaking your mind, right? So when I walked away from this situation, guess what happened? I stopped overthinking. And so this is such valuable information, guys. I know it is because I never knew this in the past. I would overthink to the point where I would have to snort coke because it would give me more confidence. I would feel better and I would forget about it. Someone's there to be your ear so you can offload all your shit onto them because you're overthinking all the time. right? And that's why we go back to, if something feels off, that's because it is. Don't question it. Like, you can be in whatever's going on in your life right now. You're in this place where you're not fully content. You know it. You feel it. And you're like, I don't know what I should do. Like, if you are sitting there right now and you're going, I don't know, like, I don't know if this is right. That's the sign. That's what you need. All you need to know is you sitting there going, I don't know if this is right, or I don't know if this is the right way to do it, or I don't know if this is the right relationship, or I don't know if this is the right job, or I'm not sure. You need to change, or you need to move on, or you need to make some, like, you need to leave. You want to be sure. If you're not sure, get the out of there. Whatever it is. If you are not sure, if you don't have clarity, if you don't completely understand what the is going on in your life, get the out of there. Move. That's going to bring you inner peace. So you ain't going to sit there and overthink and waste your precious energy, because when you understand your energy, you understand that your energy is currency and it's expensive, and you don't want to waste it on bullshit overthinking and things that don't freaking inspire you and bring you peace. Man, I love you. I believe in you. Never give up on your dreams. I'm going to finish up because this was just too powerful, and I'm just feeling the air. It's just crazy shit, man. Wow. I love you guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next episode. All right. Peace out.